Why so few Americans live in central Pennsylvania? Central Pennsylvania is a region often overlooked by the national eye, despite being sandwiched between two major population hubs, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. It's a place defined by its natural beauty, characterized by rolling hills, dense forests, and quiet towns. But unlike its eastern and western counterparts, central Pennsylvania has a much smaller population and faces a number of challenges. Today, we'll explore the question, why do so few Americans live in central Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania is a fascinating state with three distinct regions, each with its own unique cultural and economic identity. To the east, there's Philadelphia, a bustling city of 7.5 million people that's deeply connected to the Northeast Corridor, linking New York City and Washington, D.C. Philadelphia's history as the cradle of American democracy is still reflected today in its bustling, cosmopolitan atmosphere. On the opposite side of the state is Pittsburgh, a city with a strong industrial past, home to 2.9 million people and often referred to as the Steel City. But in between these two metropolitan areas lies central Pennsylvania, a vast region that is home to just 2.6 million people, despite covering a larger area than either the east or west. This low population density leads us to the central question: why don't more people live here? One of the first answers lies in geography. Central Pennsylvania is dominated by the Appalachian Mountains, a natural barrier that has historically isolated the region from the rest of the state. These mountains make transportation difficult, and with fewer highways and railroads, central Pennsylvania feels far removed from the economic centres of the east and west. The geography also limits development, making it harder to build the infrastructure needed to support large populations. For instance, while Philadelphia has easy access to the Atlantic Ocean, and Pittsburgh is positioned at the confluence of major rivers, central Pennsylvania lacks these geographic advantages, making it less attractive for large-scale settlement and economic development. This isolation means that central Pennsylvania hasn't benefited from the same levels of industrialization or urbanization that other parts of the state have experienced. Historically, the region was heavily reliant on coal mining, steel production, and agriculture. But as these industries declined throughout the 20th century, central Pennsylvania was left searching for a new economic identity. Unlike Pittsburgh, which successfully transitioned into a hub for technology, healthcare, and education, central Pennsylvania has struggled to attract new industries. Another factor contributing to the region's sparse population is its economic stagnation. While central Pennsylvania once thrived on industries like coal and agriculture, these sectors have been in decline for decades. As coal mines closed and farms became less profitable, many residents were forced to leave in search of better job opportunities in urban centres. This led to the phenomenon of brain drain, where younger, educated individuals left the area for cities like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, where jobs were more plentiful. Those who remained were often older, leading to an aging population and fewer working-age residents to support the local economy. The 2020 census data shows that in many parts of central Pennsylvania, populations are not just shrinking, but also aging. In counties like Cameron and Clearfield, population declines of over 4% were recorded, with a large portion of the population now aged 50 and over. This demographic trend places an increasing burden on local healthcare systems and economies, as there are fewer working-age residents to sustain businesses, pay taxes, and support the social safety net. With fewer young people staying in or moving to central Pennsylvania, local schools have had to consolidate or close, and healthcare services have become harder to access in some areas. Moreover, central Pennsylvania has not been able to capitalize on the global trend toward urbanization. Across the United States, more people are moving to cities, drawn by job opportunities in industries like finance, education, and healthcare, while Pittsburgh has reinvented itself as a centre for technology and innovation. Both cities provide access to world-class healthcare, a vibrant art scene, and bustling social environments. In contrast, rural life in central Pennsylvania can feel isolated and lacking in many of these modern conveniences. Younger generations, in particular, are drawn to the walkability, public transportation, and social connectivity that cities offer. In cities like Philadelphia, residents can enjoy a fast-paced, cosmopolitan lifestyle with access to a wide range of restaurants, theatres, museums, and nightlife. By contrast, the slower pace of life in central Pennsylvania appeals more to older generations, retirees, or those seeking a quiet retreat from the chaos of city life. But for younger people looking to build careers and social networks, central Pennsylvania simply doesn't offer the same opportunities. That being said, central Pennsylvania is not without its own unique appeal. For those who value peace, quiet, and natural beauty, this region can be a hidden gem. With affordable housing, low crime rates, and easy access to nature, it's an attractive option for retirees or those looking to escape the high costs of urban living. In fact, the cost of living in central Pennsylvania is significantly lower than in places like Philadelphia, where housing prices have soared in recent years. For the price of a small apartment in the city, you could own a house with several acres of land in central Pennsylvania. For outdoor enthusiasts, central Pennsylvania is a paradise. The region is home to numerous state parks, hiking trails, and rivers, making it an ideal location for activities like hiking, fishing, and kayaking. The Appalachian Trail, one of the most famous hiking trails in the world, passes through central Pennsylvania, attracting thousands of hikers each year. For those who enjoy rural living and a strong sense of community, central Pennsylvania offers a lifestyle that's hard to find in more urbanized parts of the state. However, the appeal of rural life also comes with its own set of challenges. One of the biggest issues central Pennsylvania faces is its lack of infrastructure. In today's digital age, access to high-speed internet is critical, but many parts of central Pennsylvania still struggle with limited broadband access. This lack of connectivity makes it harder for businesses to thrive and for residents to work remotely, which have become increasingly important in the post-pandemic world. The region also faces challenges related to public transportation, with many towns and communities relying on cars for travel, further isolating those without access to reliable vehicles. Recognizing these challenges, some local governments and communities in central Pennsylvania are working on revitalization efforts aimed at attracting new residents and businesses. Some towns are promoting themselves as ideal locations for remote workers who can enjoy the benefits of rural living while working for companies based in larger cities. Efforts to expand high-speed internet access are underway, and some communities are investing in tourism, local festivals, and cultural attractions to draw in visitors and boost local economies. The hope is that by improving infrastructure, offering tax incentives, and promoting the region's affordability, central Pennsylvania can begin to reverse its population decline. For example, events like the Little League World Series in Williamsport attract thousands of visitors to the region each year, showcasing the charm and hospitality of rural Pennsylvania. Other efforts include promoting central Pennsylvania as a destination for outdoor tourism, with its state parks and recreational opportunities serving as a draw for nature lovers and adventure seekers. But revitalization is a slow process, and it remains to be seen whether these efforts will be enough to transform the region's fortunes. The challenges of aging populations, economic stagnation, and limited infrastructure are not easily solved, and central Pennsylvania will need to continue adapting to the changing needs of modern society in order to thrive in the long term. So, why do so few Americans live in central Pennsylvania? It's a combination of factors: geography, economic stagnation, an aging population, and the broader trend towards urbanization. The isolation caused by the Appalachian Mountains, the decline of key industries, and the allure of urban life have all contributed to central Pennsylvania's sparse population. But for those who value peace, natural beauty, and a slower pace of life, central Pennsylvania remains a hidden gem, a place where life moves at a different speed. The future of central Pennsylvania is uncertain, but one thing is clear: this region is rich in history, beauty, and potential. With the right investments in infrastructure, connectivity, and economic development, central Pennsylvania could see a resurgence in the years to come. For now, it remains a place defined by its contrasts: a quiet rural landscape, caught between the bustling cities of the East and West.